You're listening to Trevor Francis on the Tilton Talk Show.
The Tilton Talk Show on srbradio.com.
The cracking goal, missed penalty, crazy defending and the inevitable draw. FFP still hanging over our heads and still no wins yet for Blues, but my God, we seem to be playing well without getting the rub of the green. Keep the faith, Blue Noses, it will come. The ladies did very well also at the weekend, and it's Sheffield United on Wednesday. Well, there is so much to talk about tonight, so let's not waste any time and welcome our very special guest all the way from Miami in Richard Haylor and Dave Soman, who is off screen, and let's all strap ourselves in, get ready for the ride on the world's only Tilton Talk Show. It's what Mondays are for.
The end of the day, we're so happy following the blues. We love you, what more can we say? We have the Tigers tops here at St Andrews. They're gonna give us what we're longing for. It's Birmingham forever, let's hear it from the stand. So come on City, sing this song once more. We'll support you till the end of the day. We're so happy following the blues. We love you, what more can we say? We are the lads from...
Yeah, welcome to Monday night's Tilton Talk Show, sponsored by Eddie's Green, and of course in conjunction with Accessory Blues. Here we are, Monday night. It's what the Tilton Talk Show does, and it's what Mondays are for. Welcome, Chris Pugh.
Good evening,
Mrs. Browne. And of course, all the way from Miami, friend of the show, and you're always joining in with us, which is really good to see you in person, Richard Haylor.
Good evening.
And football guru David Soman. Well, chauffeur. Great to see you in the flesh, and welcome to the Tilton Talk Show. This is what it's all about. This is where it is. This is what I've just cut my arms off.
Yeah.
This is what happens on a Monday night, and it's great that you've come all the way from America to be a part of it. Thank you.
Just to see us. Thank you so much for inviting me. It's exciting.
Pleasure to have you.
Nice to know that you don't have an American accent. We were debating last week, Woody, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
I can work in an American accent if you require me.
Actually,
that'd be good, actually.
We'd probably rather you didn't.
Hour and a half.
I'd rather not. I'll get mugged on the way.
So, Richard, what do you actually do in Miami then?
Well, I am an actor on screen, television, film, theatre, and recently worked on Table 19, a movie with Stephen Merchant, who was my nephew in that one. And,
right.
Yeah, it's good. It was Lisa Kudrow and Anna Kendrick. And I have a couple of movies coming out. Just come back from Texas shooting.
Nothing as professional as a Tilton Talk Show, though.
No, nowhere near that
without
quality,
missing
no.
mics and add 2-second gaps and everything. We do it the right way, don't we?
We need Stephen Merchant on. I need to know Stephen Merchant. I need to know Lisa Kudrow's thoughts on our goalkeeping situation.
That's a camp.
Obviously, you're most famous for Phoebe and Friends, but what do you think of Lee Camp?
She's a very nice lady.
She seems it in Friends.
She is lovely, yeah.
How long are you over for?
We'll go back on the 1st of October.
So that means you'll take on the Ipswich game then?
I will be in the Jasper Carrot Lounge.
Oh, how posh.
Sorry,
yes.
I thought I just dropped that in there.
I bet you get out of the bath to have a wee in the
And my tattoos are spelled the right way around as well.
Okay, what a crazy weekend it's been.
It's been a busy one.
I'm going to start off actually with the cricket, because I know it's a big plus to you. And did you download that little cricket clip or not?
Sorry? Oh, yes, I'll sort that out later.
You'll sort that out
Yeah.
later? Okay. Worcester.
Oh, the mighty Worcester boys, yeah. Really pleased for them. No, obviously Edgbaston on Saturday for the 2020 finals day, and first time in 15 years that they'd even got to finals day, and they're a very young side. A side that's been together for the last 4 or 5 years. The majority of the boys have all grown up together, come through the Worcester ranks, the academy, and they've been playing brilliant one-day cricket, especially for the last 2 or 3 years. So to see him get to finals day was amazing. To see him win the semi-final was amazing against Lancashire, when everybody thought Lancashire were probably the favourites for the tournament. And then to win it in the final in the way they did as well. They bowled superbly, and then Ben Cox at the end was absolutely magnificent. So yeah,
I saw the video.
Really glad.
So you went from there to the ladies.
Yeah, so that was Saturday night, and then Blues Women was yesterday.
Women.
Blues Women, yeah. Come on, Nick, up with the times.
Oh dear.
Yeah, so we were up in Sheffield yesterday watching that. A 2-0 win for them in the Continental Cup. So that's 4 games we've played now this season. Haven't lost, still to concede. So 4 clean sheets, 3 wins. A very good start to the season. Again, very composed, very patient in the way that we played. Controlled the game from minute one. Never looked like we were going to concede. Never looked like we were going to lose the game. It was all about being patient, and the third team this season in a row to play us and just bank up. And as a Blues side, it's something new having teams to just sit there and wait for you to break them down. But we were patient, like I said. We kept possession, kept moving the ball, tied them out, and got our rewards in the end, and come away with a 2-0 win.
Gregory Bees is saying evening from Porthcawl. The Alvis get together is in 7 days. Hope we've got a win by then. I'm all shook up. And Adam Wilkes wants to know, Richard, howdy.
Good evening.
I voted you to become our Trillion Trophies Tilton talk show foreign correspondent. Would you take the role on?
I would love to.
There we go.
Could we arrange
a Trillion
we
Trophies.
need a badge. It's going to be the biggest badge in the world. The Trillion Trophy Tilton talk.
I prefer
Just have to hold it up.
Nick, I preferred the Tilton International Talk.
Tilton International talk show.
I would fit that. I'd fit that.
They're very good at acronyms, this like that. Believe me. Adrian saying welcome to the fold, Richard, etc.
Thank you very
Loads
much
of nice
indeed.
messages
Thank you.
coming through.
Thank you.
And apparently I've got a quiff. I look like an elderly Tintin.
Well, there you go. Linda Magna wants to know if she's on the correct channel. I don't know what channel you're after, but you're definitely on the right one. Stay on this one. You'll do well.
It's what Mondays are for. Right, don't forget, guys, all you got to do is share this stream on your personal Facebook page. Don't share it to any groups whatsoever. So the algorithms pick it up as spam. Please share it on your personal Facebook page to be in a chance next week to win some prizes. Okay. Right. Friday night then. Let's go back to Friday night.
Yeah.
Sadly, I got called out to work and couldn't make it. And I was gutted. But it had a bit of everything. Yeah.
We were mentioning at the start of the show, I think we've played 7 games now in the league. With the exception of one at Middlesbrough away, we should have come away with a better result than we did. And we said I came out after the game and you're just holding your hands out. What more can you ask from these players? For as long as I can remember, the Blues mantra. Whatever side we've got, whoever the manager is, the supporters have always said, whoever's wearing that shirt, if they put in 100%, and you can see that they're putting in 100%, that's all we can ask, and we'll be happy with them. Again, they've done exactly that. They've come up against a side that, yes, they came down last season, but towards the end of the season, they were picking up very, very good results. They came down with confidence, kept Darren Moore on, kept a lot of their better players, and have added good players to it as well. And again, we've stopped them playing. They've played 3 at the back. They've tried to pass us off the park. They've tried to pass through us. They've tried to get into the front 3 as quick as possible from the back. And we've obviously worked on it in training. They couldn't get through us at all. Gardner and Kieftenbeld were terrific, breaking up play. Dean and Morrison were really pressing onto the front players as soon as they could if the ball was going into them. And the amount of times we cut up their play and got onto a counter-attack of our own quickly was brilliant. Like I said, first half an hour we could have been 2 or 3-0 up.
And then came the goal. That ball seemed to hang in the air for an eternity.
Yeah, it was a pretty average cross from Gardner, but actually I think it threw everybody, and then I think Djukovic has headed it back across, and Hotters stuck it away at the back post, and then so that it was just rewards for the start we had.
Just rewards, and then 2 minutes later we get an handball
We should have had a penalty before that.
Well, I didn't see that one, to be fair.
It was. I think it was It must have been a directive from Monk that if we get ahead, we go for their throats, because as soon as they kicked off, we were at them straight away again. Magoma won it in the centre of the park, I think, and we were through. And Adams went through and was taken out inside the area, and then they cleared it, but it came back again as quickly as we could. And like you say, then the cross comes in and it's handball, and you think, oh, here we go, what a chance.
Should Hotter have taken it in your view?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Penalty taker, he took him last season, he scored last season. I can't remember, was it Hull at home last season or Ipswich at home last season? We won 3-0. There was the one with the crazy snow, I think, the snowstorm that towards the back end of last season, and Hotter scored a penalty then.
I do remember that one, yeah. Vaguely.
He scored a penalty then, so... I there's no reason why he wouldn't have taken it. It's unfortunately it's a decent height. It's a decent save, but it's a decent height for him.
I was working in a pub with scatty internet, no Sky, so I couldn't get the game on live. So I was just relying on
I was in the
refreshing
airport.
Twitter.
Yeah,
and I think I must do it about 100 times every 2 minutes.
Yeah,
and then all of a sudden, like, Twitter lights up, and you know that something's up, right? Boom, 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 boom. Loads of messages are coming through, and it's beautiful. I love that. I love that when that happens, when I can't get to a game. And but to go and concede the goal in the manner that we did was a shame. There were errors. Whether, and there's a lot of Lee Camp haters out there.
There are.
For me, Lee Camp pulls on a Birmingham City shirt. Lee Camp's a Birmingham City player, and I'll support him no matter what. Yeah. However, the jury's out, I think, outside of my own personal thoughts, and I don't think it was wholly his fault, to be honest with you, with the Pedersen, how Pedersen had opportunities to...
That's the initial error, Pedersen, and I felt for him a little bit, because he's done the hard work. So he's up against Matt Phillips, who's, for me, he's a Premier League standard winger. Mm-hmm. So he's done the hard work. He hasn't dived in. He's stood up and he's forced the error from Phillips, but he's tried this crazy skew from with the outside of his left boot. He's obviously not comfortable with his right foot. He tried it earlier on in the game as well, I think, and it went straight out of play. But he's tried this outside of the boot clearance, and it's gone nowhere, and it's just gone straight back into the danger area. And like you say, I think Phillips has scuffed his shot, where the Camp's made his mind up already what Phillips is going to do, so he's gone down early, and unfortunately he couldn't readjust. But listen, Lee Camp's got an awful lot of stick. Lot of stick from the day he walked in.
Did he get a lot of stick though on the two great saves that he pulled off?
Well, especially the one in the second half was fantastic.
That was the game saver. And like I said, people forget. People have got very, very short memories. When I look back to what Stockdale did last season, and Stockdale made error after error after error. Worldie after worldie after worldie.
And he's gone to Southend on loan and conceded 5 in 2 games. David Stockdale is not the best goalkeeper in the world. Lee Camp is not the best goalkeeper in the world. We haven't got Joe Hart, and we haven't got Ben Foster anymore, and we haven't got Jack Butland anymore. This is where we are. And I think in terms of the outfield players as well, I mean, I
don't think this would even be an issue if we were putting them in the other end.
Absolutely.
It's become a...
If we'd have won 3-1 like we should have done, nobody's talking about Camp.
Absolutely not.
They'd be talking about the 2 brilliant saves he pulled off.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, potentially.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
So lay off Lee Camp.
Yeah.
Please. Do you agree or not agree?
Yeah,
you're the guy break.
Yeah, I think you can't criticise. Really, he made a mistake at Forest. So the second goal at Forest, he made a mistake.
Yeah,
so he's probably cost us 2 points there. I'm not saying he cost us 2 points with the goal on Friday night, because I think the initial error from Pedersen is what's caused it. But yeah, Lee Camp is the best out of the 4 goalkeepers we have, I think. Connell Truman might be at some point, but we've got Connell Truman who's a kid, or we've got Lee Camp. We've bought Lee Camp in for as an experienced keeper. Kushak and Stockdale are not going to play for us again, so unless Monk gets the sack.
As Kevin Kelly said, let's not make Camp a scapegoat for very poor strikers in Bogle, Adams and Duke, because had the strikers been, done their jobs, then we would have been in a very different
poor strikers. They're working their side. I can't put into words how hard Djukovic works every single game. He runs his socks off. With about 10 minutes into the second half, I think a cross come over from Colin, and Djukovic has gone to get up, and he can't get up. He's holding his hip. There's clearly something wrong with him, and he stayed on for another 25 minutes running his socks off.
Right, okay, Matthew Browne says spot on, but Camp really should have saved it. It was a scuff shot. Do you know what do you know what I did on Friday night? I worked in a different pub than I did normally, and somebody asked me for a pint of Carlin. And because the Carlin was here and the Guinness was there and the other way around in my normal pub, I started pouring Guinness. I made a small mistake at work. We all do it.
But you're not on
I'm not,
10 grand a week.
I'm not on 10 grand a week.
But
it was a waste of beer, and you know how I feel about that.
Well, yeah.
Can we blame Camp for that?
Yeah,
sorry.
That was Lee Camp's fault.
On that note.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? Look, we're all going to make errors at work, aren't we?
He's not David De Gea.
No.
And even David De Gea has made mistakes in the last year or so. On the international level, you look back to the World Cup and he made mistakes. He's probably the best goalkeeper in the world. So when keepers make mistakes, it's decisive. They are highlighted, and it is critical, because you're the last line of defence.
And Martin Swinson says, what worried me concerning Lee Camp was when he punched the ball instead of catching a rather simple cross, everyone was going mad around me in the Tilton. That breeds no confidence in the crowd and teammates. I do agree with that point, though.
I sort of see what, and I think a couple of times he came for crosses and never got there. So if you're gonna be asking questions about his decisiveness, maybe that's fair. But the guy's an experienced keeper. I think. I mean, when did he come in? Did Lee Camp play in the Swansea game?
No, I don't think he did he? Did he? I don't think so.
So I can't.
Yes, I think he did.
Did he? Was that his
first game?
His first one? Then
he did.
So basically, if he did. If Camp played in the Swansea game, we've played 3 home games with Camp in goal and we haven't conceded.
I haven't conceded one. Right, okay. Shane Kuzik, love this show.
Sorry, we have conceded. Sorry.
Fed up with the fans jumping on Camp. He's a Blues player, for goodness sake, with a Blues badge on his shirt. He's out there representing our football club. So give him.
And I tell you what's done it is, it's so easy on social media. So we signed Lee Camp. Lee Camp played for Sunderland last season, so everybody goes, "Hi Sunderland fans, what's Lee Camp like?"
They all do that.
And Lee Camp was terrible for Sunderland last season.
Everybody was terrible for Sunderland last season.
That's exactly
right.
They had an awful season. Right? Lee Camp was bad for them. We had Graham from the Roker Report on last season. He really didn't like Lee Camp. He said he cost them a lot of points, made a lot of mistakes for them, but that's Blues fans' minds made up then.
Yeah.
So because he had a bad year at Sunderland last year, that's it. He's a rubbish keeper, and anything he does bad.
Everyone's confirming that he did make his first appearance against Swansea.
So
what a game that was! What a game that was!
2 out of 3 clean sheets, both of them against sides that were playing in the Premier League last year.
Well done, Lee Camp. That's all right. But the jury is out, obviously, right? Because of the like you say, the social media set.
Yeah.
However, give the guy a chance, give him a break.
But people's minds are made up so quickly.
Yeah, this is the problem with social media.
It's not a case of which it should be, which is okay. He had a bad season last season. Who knows what the circumstances were at Sunderland. He's a Blues player now. Let's get behind him. We've got a better defence than Sunderland had last season. Morrison and Dean are better centrals than what Sunderland had last season. So let's see how he gets on.
Okay, this is quite interesting. Kev Kelly, Chris Browne, I've done a quick poll on who can solve our impotence in front of goal. Have a look at the results. About 70 votes, but notable was none for existing strikers and 30 out of 70 for Ronan Hale.
Right.
Okay.
I mean, Adams.
we have got a goal drought.
Adams certainly, because it's fresh in the memory.
He should have battered that one in.
Was wasteful.
And pace.
Was
and
wasteful.
one,
you know, the one towards the end of the first half where Djukovic has knocked it down for him perfectly, and he's blazed it over the bar.
Yeah.
But again, if Adams scores every time he gets that opportunity, you know, especially this season, if any striker scores every time they get that opportunity, they're not playing for Birmingham at the bottom half of the Championship.
Yeah.
They're in the Premier League. They're worth £30 million. That's what people. And if we talk about Hotter later on in the day, somebody said, "Oh, he's not consistent enough. He doesn't get enough goals." If we had Hotter doing what he does and getting 15 goals a season, he's not playing at a lower half of the Championship table team.
No. Darren White says, what I will say is criticism is fair if it is justified, but the amount of stick Camp is getting is unfair.
Yeah.
If he was costing us multiple goals every week, like Stockdale was towards the end of last season,
And he was,
very, very, very good point.
Yeah,
Very
he
good
was,
point.
and but people forget that because as soon as we concede and they think that the keeper's at fault, then they look at all the other keepers we've got. I've made this point on here numerous occasions. You become so much of a better player when you're not playing, and your team are, you know, if your team are playing badly and you're not playing, my God, you become 10 times the player.
But then,
you are.
having said that, let's go right straight back to this now. Stockdale has gone down a division, and has had 5 put past him
in 2 games.
Whereas Lee Camp has had how many put past him in 2 games?
Yeah, well, 1 in 3 games.
1 in 3.
1 in 3 home games. Yeah.
So work it out for yourselves.
Yeah.
That's all I'll say. I don't like the haters. I don't like, constructive criticism is fine.
Listen, I severely disliked Endoy, but my dislike of Endoy...
You secretly...
I know that's difficult for people to understand.
You secretly had a gay relationship with him.
I know that's difficult, and people might not believe that, but it's true. But it was based on the performances that I've seen. You know, it was based on what I saw out on the pitch.
Oh dear! Right.
Sorry about that.
By the way, Richard,
You couldn't wait
you
to
don't
have your
to agree
photograph with him,
Chris.
though, could you?
Just jump in if you don't agree.
Just a beautiful moment. Right, Richard's brought in some goodies.
I have indeed.
Now, let's push these across.
Hallelujah.
Well,
I'll take those ones.
certainly, yes.
Not for me personally, because I need a lot of chocolate.
Okay.
Myself, 'cause
But
I'm getting
these,
spots.
as requested by Mr.
Proper American.
Hang on.
Proper American.
Hang on.
As
Hold your
requested by Mr. Fun,
Yeah.
I have produced
Look
the
at that.
Reese's.
Oh my goodness.
These are the peanut butter ones, are
Yeah,
they?
Yeah.
those are the cups, and also the.
Oh, cups.
The
That's fine.
pieces,
You've got the whole thing going
That's
on there.
magnificent,
And also,
that is.
you expressed a delight for Hershey's.
That one is tremendous, by the
He's
way.
a fan of the Hershey.
Never seen
By
that
the way,
before,
there we
and
go.
we were in
have a look.
there was a Hershey store
one.
in
This
Las
one,
Vegas.
This one, ladies and gentlemen, will not be opened in the studio.
No, it won't.
There was a Hershey's and Reese's store in Las Vegas, and that was the first time I've ever seen that one. And I thought I've got to give that a go, and it was mighty impressive.
There you go.
Now, you've also bought some other chocolate bars
Yes,
here,
well,
which were
yeah, well, the
rather
thing-
interesting. Now,
yes.
apparently, this one is for us because we are the Three Musketeers.
Yes.
Okay,
I thought that
yeah,
was apt.
appropriate.
We are the
yeah.
Three Musketeers, but there's only 2 bars. How you work that out, I don't know.
Yeah,
They're
Simple
different
maths, wasn't it,
flavours.
really? No. Oh, they are. Yes, they are. Oh, Tres Amigos, and You're One of a Kind. Anyway, we'll chop them into several
Into
pieces later.
Tres,
No.
yeah.
No. I'm going to ignore that one for the time being.
That's a good one as well. Yeah,
Right. But I want these people out here to give us a Birmingham City player who they can relate to these chocolate bars. The first
Okay,
one,
yeah.
the first one, there you go, is called a troublemaker. You got 2 minutes.
Does it have
First
to
one is
be
called a troublemaker.
Yeah.
Present player or
Present,
any?
past,
Okay.
any specific Birmingham City.
I'll go Jack
troublemaker.
Storer.
Jack Storer. I'm going to go for oh golly, who went to Stoke?
There must
Yeah.
there must be some ones from the past who were troublemakers.
Of course, yeah.
I think Kenny.
that one.
Kenny
That
for
one, there
me.
you go.
Yeah.
Kenny Burns. I remember.
Troublemaker.
I remember. Well, he's one of the best players ever. But
Yeah.
also, Kenny did not mess about.
No.
I remember him dropping the nut on. I think it was David Harvey playing for Leeds. Dropped the nut on the keeper. Harvey went down. Never even a complaint. He never got a
Brave
book in, he
against
just
Leeds.
walked away.
Oh, Lee Bowyer. We've got Lee Bowyer. Jermaine Pennant. That's the one I was trying to think
Oh,
of. Thank you
Jermaine
very much.
Pennant, yeah,
Jack
yeah.
Storer, Robbie Savage, Liam Dace, Paul Tate,
there they go.
Karen Brady, Frank
we've got a
Worthington.
few,
Frank
haven't we?
Worthington's sister. My sister said Frank Worthington. Frank Worthington was an icon, not a troublemaker. Goodness gracious me.
There's a few from the
Carson Young. Ooh.
allegedly.
Mark Dennis. Jermaine Pennant.
Yeah,
Robbie Savage is coming. Vince Overson. Yeah, there's another one. Robbie Savage.
Was it Daesh
Yeah, Liam.
in Italy?
Yeah, the Battle of Verona.
Yeah.
I was going to go to that game in Italy. It was a Inter Cesena Cup or
Interfairs or
something.
something.
Inter Cesena
Yeah,
Cup, was
yeah.
it? Somebody will correct me. Okay,
It was
we've had
Daesh who followed their players down the tunnel, was
Ricky
it?
Otto, Burns, Wack Gordon Taylor in training, allegedly.
We've had some nutters,
Robert
actually.
Doyle Savage.
That's what we're known for.
Archie Gemmell, that was from Dean Williams.
I think that was the
Alberto Tarantini when he jumped into the crowd from Mick James. Yeah, do you remember? You won't remember that. You're far too young.
no.
Far too young. Do you remember that one?
Only a boy.
Alberto Tarantini with the old.
Oh, I remember his first
yeah.
one.
Marlon King,
Yeah.
David Sullivan,
Marlon King.
Tilton Road Stewards from French.
Yeah,
We'll come on to that
K2,
shortly.
Intertoto.
K, is that a first name? K2.
K2, yeah.
Pat Vandenhoe, of course. Please excuse poor spelling. Don't worry about that. Pat Vandenhoe. Luna Brothered. Never heard of that one, have you?
No.
Robert Doyle's got that one.
No,
It was Anglo-Italian
yeah.
Cup. Anglo-Italian Cup. Thank you very much, David. The Battle of Ancona.
Ancona,
Yeah.
that was it.
Zola, Tony Coton, Roger Hind. Well, I wouldn't say Roger was a troublemaker, but I wouldn't want to be kicked by
You
him.
would not
I
mess
would
with
not want to be
Roger
kicked by him. Noel Blake, there's another good one. Barry Ferguson from Jazz McDonough. Martin Granger, Stephen Gill. I'm sure he'll be very happy at that next time I see him. Intertoto Cup Italian Second Division Championship. Was it Intertoto? I don't think it was.
It
was
was
something-
Anglo,
something wrong.
Anglo-Italian,
Somebody else
wasn't it,
said
or
Intertoto.
something? Yeah.
Robert Hopkins from Algie Geary. Do beg your pardon. Okay, that's enough on that
There's
one.
a
then.
few, yeah.
God.
That's enough on that one. That
We had half
lit
of
up,
them,
didn't
didn't
it?
we?
The
Playing
good
for
old
us.
blue
Lit
boys.
up. Okay, so I've got a couple more here. I'm
I'm dreading the last one.
I'm going to turn that. Well, they can't see it anyway. Right. The next one is called Shady. Who allegedly, right? It's just for a bit of fun only. No, I don't want no court
Yeah,
cases. or anything.
come on.
It's for fun only. Who would you regard as shady?
Don't want to end up like Katie Hopkins in the next month.
Well, she won't get a buy him anyway, will she?
No, well, that'll be us if somebody puts some libel.
Shady. Steve Cottrell, when asked about his job. Poor, that's one of the moments so far. Carson.
Yeah.
Alexander Pleb.
I thought
I remember that one
Carson
coming
might,
out. Oh, dear me. We have a candy bar over here called Payday. It's the David Bentley of candy, promising but incredibly disappointing. Thank you very much for that from John Melkinov. Carson, Clinton Morrison, and Doy, Shady.
What about Harry and
Harry
his
Redknapp?
dealings?
We've got
Harry
Harry
and his dealings. Harry,
That was
yeah.
my first thought.
You want to see the bruising on the lad? The Stewards Bar. Okay, we'll come on to that very shortly. Yeah. The police officer on the Blues Leeds game in the 1980s. Well, Dugarry was an absolute superstar. I wouldn't call
Nothing
him
shady.
Nothing shady about
I
him.
don't think he tried to be shady. I think
Chinese
he put
ownership in
everything-
general, says Darren Whitehouse. Thanks for that, buddy. Got to be Roger Hines, solid as a rock. Half the main stand. Alex Song. Oh wait, that was a beautiful moment, Adam Wilkes. A beautiful moment.
Jeff Horsfield,
Ravel
shady.
Morrison. We've got Barry Fry. Yes, of course, Barry McLeish. Sullivan, Jeff Horsfield. I wouldn't put Jeff Horsfield in that category. Mark Ward. Okay, all right. Okay, that's enough on that.
A few
one,
for
then.
the previous owners there.
And
Peter Panu,
we'll leave
Sullivan, Carson. Yeah.
We'll leave this one, I think, just for the time being. We'll perhaps come back to that one in the second.
Well, I know everybody's going to say for that
I
one.
know, it's
yeah.
a bit unfair, but I saw it, I thought,
We've just defended the hill, and then we're basically feeding people the opportunity to batter it.
just wind that one back up.
Oh, why did you do this to me?
Somebody's always said
sorry.
fast pie.
It's funny how coincidence sort of smacks you in the back.
is,
I know,
doesn't
yeah. Somebody said fast pay is shady. Right, okay, here we go then. And the third one. Oh, God, this is going to go stupid.
Yeah.
It's called Saucy.
Oh,
Saucy.
right.
There you go. Saucy. American.
Saucy.
What is it? Is it kind of like a marathon?
Yeah, the kind of Snickers.
Marathon.
It's not 1976 anymore, Nick.
So it'll always be a marathon. But Dave, will it always be a marathon? It'll always be a marathon.
It'll always be a marathon.
Mrs. Browne, will it always be a marathon?
It'll always be a saucy to me.
Always be a saucy. Okay, who have we got? Saucy. Oh, Brady. Who's Brady?
I would imagine that would be Mrs. Karen, I would imagine.
Brady, Sullivan.
Pie, meat, Brady.
Okay. It's gone into slowdown now.
Yeah.
Unless you're
That's a tricky one.
It's a difficult one.
Stan Adderreed is Saucy Stan. Met him after the Worthington Cup final. Yeah, very nice man, Stan. Stan the man. Karen Brady. Jono. Chris Moore says Frank Worthington. Saucy Frank. I suppose. He was kind of like a man in sex icon, wasn't he?
A bit of a playboy, wasn't he?
Bit of a Rodney Marsh.
Brian
type.
Hughes. Steve Portman says me, not me, but him. Brady, Astheos. Reese Brown Sauce. Annie Bassett.
I like
there's
that.
a name, yeah.
Reese Brown Sauce.
Yeah, there's a name from the past. Annie Bassett. I remember that one. Marlon King. Brady in a pink Porsche on day one. If anybody's got a picture of that, then please send it to Chris Browne so we can put it up on the TV screen. It is, of course, Enkelman week this week, which is why Enkelman's on the TV screen for that absolutely beautiful, wonderful, world-beating goal that he scored for us. Absolutely, thank him very much. Well done, Mr.
Could you
Peter
imagine
Enkelman.
if we got him in?
Oh, yeah.
Imagine.
Ooh.
Or even if just we had a mask of him.
Yeah. Where are all these masks of distinctly average footballers that everybody keeps going on about?
And they're moaning about Lee Camp.
I know, yeah.
I mean, come on, you know.
Oh, dear me. Don't forget. Jeff Horseradish Sauce. Oh,
Yeah.
I see a theme coming here, do you?
Yeah, no. It's far too early for that nonsense.
Far too early for that nonsense. We'll do the last 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. Should I do it now? Do you want the Three Musketeers as well, Mrs. Browne?
Oh, sorry. Oh, yes, I'll do that one. Yeah.
It's all right, he's just in his own world over there. You can't eat them, they're supposed to be for a photograph.
No, they've all gone.
They've all gone.
Do you want the Peter Enkelman?
Right, your call. Should we do it now or should we...
Your decision.
No, go on, I'm going to leave this one for you.
Leave it for the last 15 minutes. We'll do it for the last 15
No, I like
minutes.
the last 15 minutes when they all go mental.
Oh, okay. Half past. We'll do it half past.
All right, I've passed. Have we got the competition ready, Mrs. Brown?
I haven't done that yet. Sorry.
Okay, all right.
I've started it, but I haven't
All right,
finished.
no problem. If anybody can guess the name of the last chocolate bar that we've got on the table here, and it's been quite topical earlier, then we'll do it at that junction. Okay. Barry stir fry sauce. They're off.
Kevin Kelly says, I don't blame Enkelman for that goal. It was Lee Camp's fault.
Oh, well done, Kev.
Mark Adams just tuned in and I'm playing ketchup.
Oh, what's the words about sauce then? Who started this off? It wasn't even me this week.
Was the saucy? It's Richard's fault.
Oh, yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
No, it's Camp's fault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
I was thinking more about Mr. Fun in a barbecue place over in the States.
Oh,
Quite saucy,
yeah.
Hey, some good sauce over there.
You'll be good over there.
Beautiful
wouldn't you?
sauce.
Did you enjoy the barbecue?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
I can't stand barbecue.
Yeah.
You don't like
No.
Some nice ones at where was the Applebee's? Is it
Yeah,
Applebee's.
that's a chain. Yeah,
Red Lobster's my favourite.
Yeah,
nice
Red
ones.
Lobster.
I love the dough balls that they're doing there. If you could have just smuggled me some of them in.
Well,
What if I don't eat chocolate?
I did ask, what does everybody want? I said, someone said
how
to me,
hard would they have been by now?
I know, yeah.
yeah, they might have been a bit high by the time I got here. Someone said, do you like wasabi peas or something?
No, I do not like wasabi peas.
I like wasabi peas.
Going to bring
They used to be the traditional treat on offer for guests
The only treat.
before we realised that nobody was coming back for a
only I
second
like-
visit.
I don't know whether you saw, but on the Tilton Tour page the other night, we wrote out a guest list of all the guests that we've had in so far.
Right.
You're obviously going to join that list now, the pair of you.
Yes, we're going to have a big wall of
And
fame.
there's only two that have been back to more than once due to the wasabi peas.
Purely put it down to the wasabi peas. Yeah.
I love them.
Oh dear.
Well, I must say it was extremely generous of you to offer me John Smith's. Thank you very much indeed. That was very nice of
Do
you.
you like the
Tim.
John Smiths, do you?
Well, it's the one I grabbed on the way over.
So you just bought them one?
I just.
You just bought the one?
No,
I'm just asking. Did you just bring the one?
Miss.
No. You're supposed to be an actor now. Come on.
Mrs. Browne, what did I say? Does anyone want
You
anything
did, yes. You
bringing
did
in?
ask. You did
What
ask.
do the lads want bringing in? I was going to bring everyone beverages.
This man drinks water, you see.
Got my own beverage.
I did ask for one, an non-alcoholic one earlier, but still haven't got it. You brought your own. Dave sat there with nothing. He's a chauffeur. Question of the night: Camp or Enkelman? There you go, Jazz McDonald.
Camp.
Well done. Yeah, Camp definitely. Oh, Mr. Fun Size Bar, by the way.
Oh,
That's very good. Very good. Yeah,
not
very
bad.
good. Oh, thanks, mate. Bubbling here, bubbling tonight. Right. Oh.
Come on then, Robert Doyle. What happened with the stewards on Friday?
I'm going to do that.
Bit later.
We'll do it now.
Okay.
We'll do it now. We'll do it now. All right. Okay. From what I've heard through Twitter feeds, etc., somebody was stood up on a chair with a pyro. That's what I've heard. Now, if you stand up on a chair at St Andrews, number one, that's outlawed. And number two, if you bring a pyro into a football ground, that is against the law, right? And if any steward jumps on your back to save one of my relatives or my children's faces from the burning effects of a pyro, thank them very much. However, that's the story that I've heard, right? Now, if that's not the right story, somebody else out there will tell me, because there were a lot of people, I'm sure, that were around there at the time. But if people are bringing pyros into football grounds, right, you get everything you deserve. End of. My take.
Well, there was my season tickets in the Cop and Tilton corner, upper block. So after we scored, look back to the pitch, and there's like a smoke, a blue smoke bomb that's on the pitch. So obviously, that's got there somehow. All I see then, absolutely stacks of stewards over by block 4.
Right, Daz is saying he wasn't holding a pyro, 100%. Wasn't even him that set the pyro off from under somebody else. He wasn't holding a pyro, that was somebody else. And it was a smoke bomb. All right, whatever it is,
Yeah.
they're outlawed. You're not allowed to take them into a football ground, okay?
Yeah. But then, like I said, so then the next thing you see is stacks of orange jackets basically steaming into block 4. And there was I think it was a young kid who's obviously getting involved. You know, not his fault, but he's in there and he can't get out. So then he's jumped over the thing. And I think one of the stewards was worried that they were going to go on the pitch, so one of them chased after the kid, but the kid was just it looked like he was just trying to get away from what was going on, and then he jumped back in to the crowd, and then I think the steward realised that he was just trying to get out of it. But then, you know, there was I've seen a video on Twitter where they're basically, I don't know who it was, but they're stamping on him. Whether you've bought an illegal thing into,
take him down, arrest him, do what you've got to do, eject him from the football ground.
What
Have him
you're
arrested by
doing,
the
stamping
police.
on someone, is it's assault. It's assault. I don't care what your job is. I don't care how important you think you are with your orange blazer on. If you're stamping on someone,
I've worked
assault.
with licensed SAI workers most of my life, yeah, and I know what they are and they're not allowed to do, and they are not allowed to jump in on people.
Yeah.
They are there to protect and to preserve safety.
Yeah.
At all times.
But it's the safety of others.
Of course.
So they're there for the safety of the supporters. And stamping on someone and pushing everybody else away, because obviously, if I'm not being funny, if I see somebody being stamped on, I'd like to think my first reaction would be help the person who's being stamped on.
You would, yeah. Jumping.
Right, okay, now I'm just going to get differences of opinion on here.
Yeah.
I wasn't there, so I didn't see it, Richard. So it's very difficult to me to comment on a shaky video that I've seen on the internet. But what I will say is pyros or smoke bombs are not allowed in football.
I totally agree.
That's the law.
Absolutely.
That's the law. And as for, and again, this is my personal take on it from the experiences that I've had going into St Andrews. Yeah, I go into St Andrews 90% of the time, winter, summer, with a jacket on like this, right, and short sleeves. Yeah, I've got about 16 pockets in there. K2 go to me like this.
Yeah, and me, yeah.
You know, and I've said, well, don't you want to look in it? I've got, you know.
When I used to work there in the catering,
for the first ladies' game I went to, because I'd been working.
Yeah.
In the morning, I got a screwdriver in my pocket. Put my hands in my pocket just outside the football ground. Said to Sharon, "Oh my God, I've got a screwdriver." I just chucked it in the edge.
Yeah.
I didn't think, oh, I'll get that in, and I'm not going to walk all the way back to the car because it's miles up that road, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I just slung it in the edge.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Oh, there's no way would I have took that screwdriver intentionally into a football ground. No way.
Right.
So it just went. It went. Right.
Yeah.
And if I'd have not put my hands in my other pockets at that time and had a pat down, say I was at Blues, right? There I am, all of a sudden probably on banning order for trying to sneak a screwdriver into a football game, completely by accident, Chris.
When I used
Completely
to do the
accident.
supervising in the catering, we'd get there at 11:30,
Yeah.
and you'd have a more strenuous pat down and search from your management
Employees.
than I did on Friday night going into the West Brom game.
Can I ask, how do you sneak a smoke bomb into
What
the
as
game?
somebody said in here, if you're under 16,
But
you
you're
don't
not.
get searched.
You're not. Nobody's.
Oh, right.
I can put one in my sock, Chris. They're what, this big?
They don't. They just grab your pocket. Have a little. Just shake your leg, and that'll do. I would imagine it would be pretty easy. If you put it down,
security.
Well,
if you
that's
put it
pretty
down the
poor,
front
really,
of your
yeah.
trousers, they'd go nowhere near it.
Because that could be a bomb. You can get bombs.
I
as
wouldn't
big
want it
as
to
that.
go off.
Well, but that's all I'm saying is.
Mind you, it'd be blue.
You ask how do you get it
There's
in.
always a benefit. isn't
You
there?
ask how people are getting things in.
Easy.
I'm telling
Simple.
you, if you put it down the front of your trousers, no one's touching it. You're getting that in.
You know that leather shoulder bag my kids bought me for Christmas? I've been to the Blues with that and they've not even looked inside it.
Yeah.
Not even looked inside
Yeah.
it. My son's been with a rucksack on, right, because he's come straight from work. All right, and he's got a rucksack on his back,
Yeah.
and they just touch the end of his rucksack.
So that's how they
it.
get in.
Easy to get.
It's not right that they're being bought in, obviously, and like you say, they shouldn't be in there in the first place. But at the end of the day, the reaction from the stewarding
Was overkill, yes.
was massive overkill, and it's not the first time.
Okay, some
with
reaction
these
here.
stewards.
Shane says he just stood on a chair celebrating the goal. Adrian House says, sorry, because of the sensitive nature of the subject, I can't comment, which I can understand.
Well, no,
The stewards are not there to enforce the law. That's the police, surely. Absolutely right. They're there to ensure safety. Stewards at St Andrews are poor, from Daniel Ryan. I've asked for help before and got told to F off.
The
That is
stewards-
completely and wholly unacceptable, if that's the case. And
the stewards.
Daniel, what you
my
should have
experience
done,
of
what you should have
catering
done is
stewards.
found
No, you're at a football match. You're not going to. You're not. I'm not being funny. You go to a football match. You're not going to watch your team on a Friday night. You're not going to stand around for half hour trying to get some steward's name so you can report him. You're there to watch a football match. You don't expect that.
Apparently, I've just admitted to littering. Did I admit to littering?
Yeah,
What
you
did I
chucked
do?
a screwdriver in it.
Is that littering? Is that littering or
Yeah.
saving my own skin?
It's littering.
Chris Woodley, thanks very much, mate. Chris
Damaging
Woodley,
the
nice one.
environment.
Dad says my 9-year-old lad was terrified to the point he was shaking and crying from and the stewards wouldn't let me round to him. Now that must be absolutely
that's horrible.
Horrifying, and I would not.
They're basically
I wouldn't want my 30-year-old to be in that
witnessing
position.
assault. They
Yeah.
are witnessing assault.
Allegedly, because we have to wait for the official.
I'm not. I've
Right,
seen the video of people stamping on someone.
Right,
so
okay. Head safety officer was part of K2 and is really good friends with the bosses of K2, so they're getting favourites over BCFC stewards. And over the years, a lot of people are blessed because of it, says Jez. A lot of reaction to this one. Again, last season, 5 stewards were dragging a fan while he was with his 2 kids, and I intervened as the kids were crying. The fan was walking quietly, and then they jumped him. Disgraceful. Again, I can't comment on that because I didn't see it. Adrian's saying it wasn't specifically anything to do with a smoke bomb, even though he wasn't going to comment. It was related to standing on a seat, allegedly. Crazy. Yeah, all right, okay, you shouldn't stand on a seat, but that's not an unforgivable offence.
He wasn't smashing the seats up or anything.
I would say throwing a smoke bomb onto the field of play, right? is a ban in order for, 5 years? That's my take
Okay.
on it.
Well, if
Standing
it
on a
is-
seat, get down. Get down.
Get down,
Yeah,
Shep.
that's
Get
just a simple
down, get on the
instruction.
floor so we
Get
can
down and
five of
stay
us
down.
can
Don't
stamp
do it
on your
again.
head.
If he does it again,
Does again.
get down. That's your last call,
Right.
sunshine. I will eject you next time you do it. Does it again, you take him away.
3 strikes, you're out.
3 strikes, you're out. There
That's
you go.
it.
You're American.
Yeah,
All about
you know
it,
what I
don't
mean.
you? Know all about it.
Yeah.
Oh,
common
right.
sense at the end of the day, isn't
Yeah. But that's where the problem is. They don't deal in common sense. They deal in, if there's any trouble, I'm in an orange blazer and I'm the one who can
Invincible.
deal out the punishment. You're not the police. You're not there to enforce laws and stop riots or whatever whatever you think you're there for.
I wonder what instructions they're actually given, or what rule book they actually
How
have
far
to
can they
abide
go?
by.
Yeah.
They're all sat. So wherever they're based, they're all sat up in the stand, and they're getting their instructions at like 1 o'clock. And I remember one of the games I was walking around the stand, and it was a nothing game, Ipswich at home, something stupid like that, where the away fans were bringing about 500, and there was going to be about 16,000 Blues fans in, hardly anything. And the instructions they were getting, like, it was like a regimental army, they're barking out orders. You got to do this if this happens. You got to be here if this happens. It's madness.
Okay, some more reaction. Paul Gill says, my 11-year-old has to stand on the seat if we score, as he can't see. Are they going to throw him out? And lots of kids do it. Like I say, I'm only going on the limited amount of information that I've been able to glean off Twitter earlier today, where I'm not quite busy today again. Shane, I always have to empty my work bag when being patted down. Well, my dad didn't.
No, I like I said, Friday night I got hardly anything. Bit of a rustle of the pocket, and that was it.
And a few people saying, not really the point, really, chaps. What has been said is the pyro came from block 7, and the stewards were stamping on someone from block 4. How does that work? Again, I don't know, Rob.
But do you know what?
And Daz, I wasn't there, so
this,
it's difficult for me to comment. But
is another issue.
For me, all I'm saying is the pyro issue for me is a no.
Yeah,
zero.
well, obviously, but who cares where the pyros come from? At the end of the day, we're talking about stewards who were heavy-handed on our own supporters, and where were the supporters? Block 4. And what have we said about block 4 before? That's the singing section. That's the loud section where the naughty fans are going to be, because they want to stand up and they want to sing and they want to chant and they want to do this, that, and the other. And it's no surprise whatsoever that as soon as something goes off, there's stacks of orange stewards around block 4.
Okay, well, the thing we can't comment on it too much, like I said, because number one, I can't personally because I wasn't there, right?
Yeah.
But there is an investigation going on with the club, the police, K2, and the Football Supporters Federation, which I'm glad they've got involved.
Yeah.
As they're a very, very fair unit, and they like to see everything from the football fan side as well, and I dare say some witnesses of people that were there. So. It just beggars belief, though, and it really upsets me that it's an occasion, a local derby. We don't get many of them, right? And it's occasion. It's just that it gets spoiled, whether that's through somebody's stupid actions in standing on a chair. That's not enough for me. If that was overkill, if that was the case. People, I don't know why. I just don't get the pyro. I don't get the smoke bomb bit.
I don't get it.
Stand the stink of them. They're
I
vile.
don't get it. I'm not for bringing pyro or smoke bombs or whatever you want to call it. I'm not for bringing them in. But I'm saying, even if somebody had a blue smoke bomb and threw it onto the pitch, is that any reason to steam into them?
No.
You say, right, okay, it was you who threw it. You come in. How?
As Steve Portman said, as it is a live investigation, it's probably best to contact BCFC as requested. If anybody witnessed things firsthand, could you please?
I was going to say, I hope you didn't say contact BCFC, in order to get any information, because you ain't getting any, did you?
Not now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How times have changed,
Yeah.
Yes,
Not much.
David Richards, security are not doing anything about people that are smoking cigarettes and drugs in the ground.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I've witnessed the stench of cannabis outside
Oh, all
the
the
Tilton,
time, yeah.
at the back of the Tilton.
Well,
I've never seen anybody.
I
smoke.
used to have back in 2004 or 5. I used to have my season ticket in the cop, and the guy in front of
since
me would just do it as as you like.
Since
in
the
front of me.
70s, that's been going on. So yeah.
Right, okay.
50 years of letting that one go, but as soon as somebody stands on a seat, we're allowed to stamp on them.
Yeah, okay. We've got to let that investigation take its course, I think, and hopefully the right decisions will come out of it, and those that are either guilty in the stands or guilty from the steward's point of view get the right.
Jason Bleepy Razor says, Nick, you can ask the police about it, or when they do you for that dumping of the screwdriver.
You've been reported.
Yeah.
Someone's going to go and find it now, aren't they? It's about 40 yards from the entrance on the right-hand side as you walk in from Birmingham Airport. So if you do find a screwdriver down there and it's rusty, please send it back to its rightful owner.
Phillips or Positron?
Oh, no, it was a flathead.
Oh, it was a flathead.
It was a flathead.
Oh, even more dangerous.
I know.
That could have gone straight through a hedgehog, that could. Just a hedgehog with his little children, little children hedgehogs, walking along the road, and he's just got a flathead straight through his head.
Yeah.
Well, he'd have a flathead then, wouldn't he? I didn't throw it in.
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
All right. If you can sleep happy at
find it
night,
later.
then
I've only just remembered it
So
from 2.5 years ago, so I hadn't had too much of a problem, haven't I? Oh dear. Adrian says, I was sat in a meeting last year at Block 4. The decision was to offer GMU. This never happened. Why? I think it's probably because it's close to the away supporters.
it's close to the away. Well, it's above the away supporters, and they'll have to open the catering and the electricity, turn the electricity on, and
Yeah. Don't forget, guys, share this to your personal Facebook stream to be in a chance of next week's competition. Mrs. Browne, have you got the competition ready yet?
I'm ready, yeah.
You're ready, are you?
I'm ready.
We've got
I'm
a
ready.
guest here that can draw.
We're going to let
that
our
tonight,
guest
yeah?
pick the
Absolutely.
Honoured to draw that for you, gentlemen.
Draw the right one out, won't you?
Yes, I will.
It's all right, I've just shown him the chocolate bar. This is our Super 6 trophy. Our current winner is who, Chris? Not me. Not me.
Ooh.
Is it my special writing?
You're not only his trophy, you're offering me glasses as well, bless you. What a nice man.
Dean Williams.
Dean Williams.
Williams! That was very high, Williams. Dean Williams. Is that right? Can you pass that to Chris just to make sure it says Dean Williams?
There is a Dean Williams. I know there is.
It does look like Dean Williams to me. There you are.
That's
Dean
it, me.
Williams. Thank you very much indeed. Dean Williams, a goodie bag will be on its way to you.
Message
I'll get
me,
in touch
message
with
me.
you. If you don't get in touch with him by the next sort of 24 hours.
You won't get it.
Oh, dear me.
Daniel Jones. I work at Birmingham Airport, and I'm sorry to say I've seen some hedgehogs like this who have been unfortunately done by a flathead. Well, there you go. There you go. How's your conscience now?
Oh, dear. Oh, God, I'm losing the will to continue today. Right. Carl Field, let's discuss the Sheffield game.
This Wednesday?
Yeah.
One. Okay.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Well, obviously, our neighbours across the expressway will tell us exactly how difficult it is going to Sheffield United, as they were 4-0 down after about 48 minutes the other week. They've had a good start to the season. They were very good last season. We got a point there last season, though, I think. I remember. Again, the way we're playing, it feels like we're gonna play
muller somebody.
But no, it feels like
it does. It feels like we're going to muller somebody.
Eventually, someone's going to get it.
But I think it's going to be a case of we're going to play nowhere near as well as we have been,
and win,
and we're going to nick 1-0.
I'd love to see
that. But that winning feeling of getting the 3 points might just kick us off, and Sheffield United might, look at us with a little bit of ease, saying, "Oh, it's only Birmingham at home. They're a team towards the bottom. Should be an easy 3 points for us." So it might be the game that that we get that little bit of luck that we've deserved.
Absolutely,
but we haven't had it, have we? We haven't had it.
We haven't helped ourselves with the chances we've missed, but we haven't had that run of fortune.
But the great thing is that we are creating chances. I mean, that's what it's all about.
You'd be more concerned if you weren't
Exactly.
if you weren't even
But then what
creating
about
chances.
putting Ronan Haylor in the mix?
Well, he's still on loan at the moment, I think. So
Is he still on loan?
yeah, I think so.
Oh,
but I think
right.
he's back towards December.
Oh,
but
right, okay, cool.
when the Irish League is over, but you know, possibly he's shown with Wes Harding last season that he's not afraid to throw a kid in if he thinks he's good enough. So
No.
if Ronan Howell comes back and looks good in training, then maybe he will get a chance.
Robert Doyle saying 2-1 to Blues. Adrian Howell 2-1 to Blues. Kevin French would take a draw for a change. Linda Magna 2-1 Blues. Mark Adams 1-0 Blues.
Ordinarily, I think you would take a point at Sheffield United, but you
we
just
can't
feel
keep taking
But you
points,
just
can we?
feel that we deserve that 3 at some point, and
absolutely.
you know, like I said,
It'll come.
we probably won't play anywhere near as well as we did on Friday night or Swansea at home, but we'll nick it, and that might just turn the corner.
Jason Bleeps. Raisy loves the Tilton Talk Show on a Monday night. Mrs. Browne, Naughty Nick and Mr. Fun with a big smiley face. Thanks ever so much for that, buddy. You keep listening, because without you, we are nothing. Adrian Harris is going 2-1 Blues. Ray Hobro 1-1 Blues. He's very cautious on that one. Shane, I'll come on to the Wednesday one in about 5 minutes, buddy. No problem. Shay 2-1 us. That's 4-3 to Blues from Daniel Rowan.
Whoa!
That's a big scoring game, mister.
I'm not sure I can take that. You're going to be at the walkabout, aren't you, Chris?
That's what we're coming to in a minute. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Jason Turner, just look at the end of last season, demolished them. Just need the rub of the green. You're absolutely right. We need that rub of the green, and that's all we're missing. That's all. We're missing.
We beat them. It was one of the last games of last season, wasn't it? At home, where they were chasing playoffs.
Yeah.
And we beat them at home. So we didn't lose to them last season. You know, and like I said, the way we're playing, the players that we have got. You know, I think we shouldn't go there fearing them. We should respect them for the results that they've had this season and last season. But go and play our own game.
Thanks, Kevin Kelly. Ronan Hale at Derry until November. Thanks ever so much for that.
Yeah.
I love these people out here. You know, they've just got so much
They've
information.
just got so much access to Google.
Well, whereas we haven't.
Actually, I think Gary Monk said in his interview, at the end of his interview there, he said, would you accept a scrappy 1-0? I said, well, no manager
I'll take
wants
any
that. He said,
1-0. I
obviously.
will take a scrappy 1-0 for the
course
rest of
he
the
will.
season in every single game. Thank you very
I don't
much. Of
care.
course I would, yeah.
Enough,
But-
a dead
but
dog.
we're-
Enough a dead dog.
We're playing. We're playing so well. You know, we're playing so well. We're not Barcelona, but you know, we're doing with the players we've got. We're doing incredibly well. I think you know on the pitch, the effort that we're putting in feels like the feeling I got against West Brom. The one thing I would say is if we are, you know, really if we could take these chances. Because we tired a little bit towards the last 15, and they, you know, it felt they got more in control in the last 15. I think that was a little bit of tiredness.
Welcome to Amir Javid, friend of the show, and of course ticketing manager at Blues. If you've got any updates on the Leeds tickets and or the Stoke tickets or the tickets even for Wednesday, please let us know and we can let everybody know on here.
I think Stoke's going to be a sellout, isn't it?
Sellout.
I think.
So, yeah,
Sellout.
yeah.
It's already a sellout.
It is already a sellout?
Yes, sold about an hour ago.
Paul Gill says we've got that
fantastic.
many draws, we're already being renamed IKEA.
IKEA FC.
You see the comedy on this.
Very
I
good.
love it. I love it. This is what drives me.
That's
and
why
inspires
I
me to
enjoy
come in
watching
on a
it
Monday
every-
night.
you know, every
It's what
week.
inspires me to the 100-odd-mile round trip to come and do this. I absolutely love
Apparently K2 are doing the security at the walkabout on Wednesday as well.
Oh,
There you go.
Don't take any
glad I'm not
flares.
going. Yeah,
Don't wear flares.
No, I don't wear it anymore. Well, actually, no, I don't.
for another reason altogether. But yeah, definitely so.
It's just as offensive.
it. Nathan Anderson's going 3-1 Blues. Keep right on. Daniel Ruan's going after winning this week. Blues will go unbeaten until January. That would be nice.
Crikey.
Good
I can't see it personally, but it would be nice. It would be nice. Okay, this Wednesday evening, Mrs. Browne.
Okay, so this Wednesday evening, there are, at the walkabout, there are 2 auctions.
Whereabouts
Where is the walkabout?
Oh, come
We
on.
said that at the same time.
You've never been up Broad Street.
Where is Broad
You pair
Street?
of hipsters. You've never been up.
I could be an alien that's just landed listening to
Okay.
this show, and I wanna hear about this.
Okay,
Come on.
So it's up Broad Street. Okay.
Do we have any aliens?
Birmingham.
That's in Birmingham, that is.
It is in Broad Street. Yeah.
I'm a legal
Okay,
agent.
so it's the walkabout. We've got 2 auctions there. One's for picture, which I'll show you in a bit. And one's a shirt.
But it's not just a picture, Chris, is it? It's a signed.
Oh, it's not
It's signed
just a
limited print.
Limited print.
By every current Birmingham City player
Everyone.
and Paul Devlin
And Paul
himself,
Devlin,
on
yeah.
behalf of the fund for Paul's daughter.
Annie.
Annie, bless her.
She's got a rare disease.
Very
and
rare
she
disease,
needs-
so
she
they're trying to
needs
get her over
some,
to America to get some treatment.
She needs some medical treatment, yeah. And there's also a shirt, a football shirt. You've seen a picture of it?
Not the shirt, I haven't. I've seen the picture of the picture.
Oh, right, okay, yeah. Well done.
Did you get that? The picture of the picture?
And that's,
I've seen the picture. I don't
No,
need to see a picture of the picture. I've seen the picture.
that's also signed as well. So
Steve Portman says it's opposite the ICC. Where's the ICC?
Oh, for God's
It's out in
sake.
Birmingham.
Have you ever been out of
Some
you,
road
Cossiter? Yeah, so that's on Wednesday night.
And why should we go to the walkabout on Wednesday,
Because
Chris?
it's cheap beer.
Number
How
one,
cheap, Chris?
Very cheap.
First and foremost, right? If I do come, I'm going to have to drive. Okay.
Me
So,
too.
Can you bring me some Bavarias with you?
Oh, I'm sure.
Pockets for you.
I'm pretty sure they sell them now,
Lemon.
don't they?
You'll be all right.
Yeah, if it's K2, you will. Yeah.
And Christ, where's the time gone to?
I'd love to go.
But you can't be asked.
That's not true.
That's the fourth swear word we've ever had on the Tilton Talk Show in 8 years.
No, I said nothing
And
before.
two of them have been from you.
Oh, no, in fact, both of them. Yeah.
You're 50% bad. You are, aren't you?
He's asked to swear.
Of course.
Oh, yeah, that's
Is it?
right. That's right.
Yeah.
Troublemaker.
Yeah.
Troublemaker.
Troublemakers,
We have
Nichols
K2
Bar,
in
yeah.
next week, innit?
Yeah.
Every Monday on the
Sorted
door.
out. Unfortunately, our Blues women are playing at the same time at home to Brighton on Wednesday
Well,
night.
you've got to
at
get your
Solihull
priorities
Moors.
right, I'm afraid.
I have got my priorities.
So you're going to go and give us at least an update on that game.
Yeah.
And then pinkies crossed.
Just
Hopefully I'll be
quickly,
getting good
can
news
I tell you
coming
what,
through.
the shirt that's being auctioned, that's in aid of the BHST.
That's a Birmingham homeless support
Our
team.
friends, yeah. So
Yeah.
anything raised from that is going to go into their PayPal
Baz
account.
and company. Yep.
Yeah.
Excellent. So we've got a shirt. Is there anything signed on the shirt?
Yes,
Yes.
it's the full squad.
The full squad is signed on the
Full
shirt.
squad.
The full squad is signed on the limited print. The limited
Yeah.
print is currently on £100.
£100 it is at the moment,
Okay.
yeah. And I'm hoping nobody buys it because I want to buy it myself.
Yeah. Well, I might be bidding against you. Would be funny, wouldn't it?
There
Right,
may-
560
there may be
quid if we
another
both put it up on the wall in here.
There may be another auction, I'm not sure. I'm just hearing from out. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
hold on,
maybe.
just
maybe,
getting this
yeah,
through.
Your people are talking to their
coming
people,
through,
are
coming
they?
through. Yeah, maybe another
Okay,
auction.
all right, okay.
There's live screening of the match on the big screen.
Thanks, Adrian.
Plus, another prize is a table, free pool table and beers for the Anthony Joshua fight Saturday. This is sounding like free advertising, and I will stop there.
Paul Gill wants to know if Check and Doyle signed the shirt.
Don't know. He's not a current member of the
And
Blues
Adrian's
squad,
confirmed that
so-
all drinks up till 9 p.m. are £2. That's not whether that's all
That's
drinks. in the walk,
spirits
but
and
that's-
beers,
That's
isn't
all
it, as
beers,
well?
all
Though, yeah.
spirits.
Okay, so we're
Get
doing a Trillion Trophies Tilton Talk. What would we call it?
Special.
Yeah, but I wanted it to begin with a T.
Oh,
Trillion Trophies Tilton
a
Talk.
trip.
Trip. That was a really big word, wasn't it?
At the moment, I don't
It's
think
the best
we've
I
got
could come up
anybody-
with.
At the moment, I don't think we've got anybody to compare the auction at the moment. So if you want to volunteer,
Yeah, I'll do it. Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't think
of
we've
course.
got
Yeah, I'll do it. Yeah. What time do I need to be there?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Would you tell- would you-
I'm not sure. I'm probably
message
going to
me.
get there about
Message
half
me,
6,
message
7
me.
o'clock. Yeah.
Right, Super 6 this week. I've got to say congratulations to Sharon Hudson for winning the Super 6 this week, okay? She did want a photo on the Enkelman screen, but it says it's Enkelman week. We're not going to do it. What I don't want to do is see...
I think that's
what
fair
I
on
don't want to
Peter.
do is see everything like closed down and we've got no listeners left. So well done to Sharon Hudson for winning Super 6 this week.
It's very, very diplomatic of you, well done.
Thank you.
Dennis wants to know, Richard Haylor.
Yes.
He says, what do you think of the studio setup? Is it up to Miami standards?
It's absolutely wonderful, actually. And as soon as I walked in, I thought, well, this is really cool.
Yeah.
Really nice indeed, yeah. The lads do a great job. Excuse me. Really good. And it's
getting all emotional.
I'm being rather emotional here, being at...
For the next 5 minutes, then it's your questions to Richard Haylor. The next one that's coming is from Ray Hobro. Question for Richard: what is Blues TV like in the USA?
What a wonderful question.
Thank you. All we
I'll
ask on
tell
the
you
Tilton
why.
Talk Show,
Be
all we
honest.
ever ask on the Tilton Talk Show is that you give us an honest appraisal.
I'll be totally honest. I think it's one of the best things that the club has ever done. To be able to watch the games every Saturday live is absolutely fantastic. Unfortunately, I had a slight mishap. There was a duplicate. I won't go into all the details, but they were very helpful at the Blues, and we're getting it sorted out.
Helpful.
Yeah,
Helpful.
yeah, they were helpful. A special shout out to Lalaria, who's helped very much, and they've done their best to resolve the issue. That's all I can say.
So you're satisfied?
I really like it.
Brilliant. Right, the questions are coming in. Richard, does Chris Pugh have airy ears?
He's got.
That's from Paul Gill. Does Chris Pugh have hairy ears?
These are real comments.
I'm glad you come from Miami.
Not from where I'm sitting.
Dennis is asking, can you please replace Mr. Fun?
Oh, that can never be done. No one can replace Mr. Fun.
Robert Doyle wants to know what has ever happened to the smelly...
live in Miami if we do.
What has happened to the smelly flag? Do you get fast pay in the States?
Yeah.
How much to watch a match over in the States? I'm paying £37 to go to Leeds. It's a right rip-off. So how much to go to a game of football or soccer, whatever they call it over there?
Well, the MLS. I've never been to one. But if you went to an NFL game, you know, you're looking around probably $60 for
books.
Yeah, sorry, $60.
Oh, I thought he was in the library for a minute. Give me these. Here, have these. Yeah.
$65 for,
no, I don't know what you mean.
For not the best seats, and then you go up hundreds, and obviously you get into the boxes. And
for the pre-season,
yeah, you can get.
The last
if you go right in the
pre-season
bleachers,
game,
you can get like $10 or something.
Right,
$20.
In the top block, it was $30
there you go,
each
yeah.
for me
$30,
for me and Emily.
So
And that was the American football, and then that was in New York. And then for the Washington Nationals, which is the baseball, that was similar. Not the very top row, but the one under that. But they were only $19 each.
Marvellous. Okay, Richard. Paul Gill. Richard, can you give Mr. Fun your return ticket to Miami?
Why are they so
brutal this is. I don't know what I've done to deserve this.
You've got hairy ears. That's what you've done.
Well, apparently, Richard's denied it, but it's the rumour.
Adrian Howe wants to know: do you follow any team in the States?
As in a football team?
Yeah.
I like the Dolphins. I'll tell you a very quick story.
Good start to the season.
Yeah. I upset Mark Wahlberg once when I was working with him.
Oh,
if you'd like to know that, I just
want
to drop that in there.
When I was working with him, he'll go back to Wahlberg.
When I was working with Mark Wahlberg,
when I was working with Nick and Mr. Fun and Mrs. Browne, he says,
Mark Wahlberg will go, sorry, I just got to take this call, Richard.
We were discussing hairy ear holes. Fast pay.
All the important stuff. Let's hear the Mark Wahlberg.
Well, he knows a lot of. He's really good. Actually, I was working on Pain and Gain. It was just after. You remember that last match of the season in the Prem when Man United were playing Man City, and he was going backwards and forwards. Oh, we've won. No, we haven't. They've won. They won. It's like 3-3, 4-3. And he was coming, he really knew his stuff, And then he goes, "Do you like American football?" I said, "Yeah, I like American football." I said, "But obviously Birmingham City is my first thing, everything else." And he goes, "Oh, which team do you like? The Dolphins?" I said, "Yeah, they're right." I said, "But I'm an honorary Giants fan." And he just looks at me like that. He goes, "I'm from Boston."
Yeah.
I said, "Yeah, I know." Anyway, moving swiftly on.
So Boston all Patriots fans? Yeah.
Right, some more quick questions then. Here we go. Do any Americans know about blues?
Yeah, there's quite a few blues fans in the States. In New York, I know there's a contingency in New York.
Yeah, we've got one.
We've got Dale listens.
Yeah, definitely. And I know there's some in Miami. We used to go down, when I was in the centre of Miami, we'd go down to the Playwright Bar there and watch the games down there. But so, yeah, they're aware of blues in the States, absolutely. Yeah. They will be now. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
Paul Hipkiss, a question directly for you. This is, let's see what your knowledge is like. Who was the last American to play for us?
For the Blues?
The last American to play for Blues.
Ooh, I think we might have to
Does he give the answer?
Put that
Not
one
yet,
out.
no.
I've got
a feeling. It was only about 6 years ago.
Pesca. Wait. Oh, sorry. It was a defender.
Yes.
Yes, it was. And I can see his face, and I'm trying to remember.
Spectre.
Yeah.
Well done,
Thank
Mr.
you.
Fun.
Mr. Fun can stay now. Take your own ticket.
Yeah.
But
apparently Southampton are winning 1-0. They've scored a blazer.
Oh yeah, against Brighton, aren't they? Yeah. There was I was thinking a bit further back. There was Jovan Kirovsky, but I think he was Canadian. I think.
You got
That
me
was
there,
my
mate.
first thought, but then I think he's
Yeah,
Canadian,
Spectre.
but Spectre.
Yeah.
was-
Right, we've got 4 more minutes.
I like
What do you
Spectre.
think about David Beckham setting up a club in Miami?
Oh yeah, that's something that's it's
Big
been
news.
absolutely huge over there.
Really?
And
Have
it
they
looks like-
taken to it?
Yeah. Now, my only concern is that the fans in Florida can be rather fickle. They
Right.
really can. They can. And but there's so many more South Americans playing in the States now,
Yeah.
and the kids are playing football. So that's why the groundswell is now getting better and it's getting more popular.
Yeah.
Because before they just played American football and baseball. Now the kids are getting interested in football.
Great.
Yeah.
And it's really doing well.
Mr. Fun, Mr. Floor, Mrs. Browne, Dennis. Have you heard about Mr. Floor on away days?
What is that one?
That's
Dennis
what Dennis
asked.
wants. Dennis was asked Richard if he's heard about Mr. Floor on away days.
Now
Oh,
you've got me there, Dan.
No, you haven't heard about my away. All right, okay. These guys have a photograph of me fast asleep in the pub, leaning up against the pillar after the game. We
And
beat
on
Derby.
the
I think we
coach
beat
floor.
Derby.
And on the
I
floor
slept
of the
on coach
bus,
floor
yeah.
on the bus on the way back. That's why I get my name Mr. Floor, because
That's not fair, Nick.
I like
Nice.
I like
What's
a little
wrong
drink.
with that?
I
Doesn't
like
make you a
drink
bad
now and
person,
again.
does it?
I like a little drink now and again, but when I go on my way days,
throwing
mate,
screwdrivers into
I mean-
it makes you a bad person.
Right.
it's Mr. Fun, the new lead camp. What's going on with the hate from Benji Smith?
I know, yeah.
yeah.
Completely unjustified hate, yeah.
Do you get K2 in the USA? That's from Jez.
Similar. They're armed. They shoot you over there.
Adrian says, can we have normal people back in next week, bloody name droppers?
Oh, sorry about that. I do apologise. I'm sorry. That was awful. I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, everybody's saying Spectre. It was Spector. Yeah, Jonathan Spector. What time is it Wednesday? What time is it Wednesday? Somebody wants to know.
I have no idea.
We'll get there before the game starts.
Yeah, well,
that's
it's
all we can
quarter
say.
to 8 kick-off, isn't
Yeah,
it? So if you
quarter
get
to
there
eight.
about 6:30, 7.
Yeah.
Do you know Jeff Lynn?
Not personally.
Not personally. No, there you go, Adrian. That's
I met Robert Plant.
Taxi for Richard from Jez.
You met Robert Plant?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Taxi for Richard.
Who's the nicest actor or actress you've worked with?
Ed Harris was really nice. Mark Wahlberg was a good bloke. He was all right once he got over the football thing. Lisa Kudrow's a lovely lady. And Steve Merchant.
Yeah.
Stephen Merchant.
I like
was a
Stephen
brilliant,
Merchant,
he was
yeah.
just great, the best. He's really just
Yeah.
a genuinely really nice bloke.
My sister says Mr. Fun. Not Mr. Fun, Mr. Floor. She's on about me.
Okay.
She's getting confused. She's probably been on the Bacardi, bless her. You're not a proper Spall. I'm a lightweight, apparently. Ask her who sat in her garden, right, and drank everybody to sleep last time we all had to get together. They were all asked to go. I was still there, mate, rocking and rolling. Don't we worry. Right, I've probably got a photograph of her fast asleep on that swing.
Almost, or on the grass, yeah.
Oh dear, too right. It's from 6:30 onwards. Thanks, Steve Portman. 6:30 onwards on Wednesday, Christopher. Okay, 6:30 onwards. Okay, here you go. It was the last chocolate bar of the evening.
Yeah.
We're going to do this for a couple of minutes, then we're going to have a little bit of fun for the last 15. Well, the last 10.
lovely.
The last
My
10. Yes, it was you that was asleep on the swing. Yes, it was. Okay, here is the last chocolate bar related to a Birmingham City footballer, and it's called Butterfingers. Butterfingers. Off you go. Off you go.
Garage break.
Whoops. Did you see the coffin on Fox News
When was this?
when Villa got relegated?
Yes. That's,
Put it down, boys.
yeah.
Blow up.
Yeah.
I mean, what does she know about Birmingham City?
Yeah, we saw that.
Bless her. Have you know? Couldn't name drop her for me, could you? Know?
Sorry?
You don't know who she was, do you?
No.
So we got in contact. Perhaps I'll invite her over one Monday. See if she's not busy.
Probably a bit busy, yeah.
Richard, Shane wants to know what you do for a living.
I'm an actor.
Here he is.
An actor.
Working in film,
Actor.
television,
Actor.
and
Can you say properly?
stage. An actor.
An actor.
I am
Do you
an
spend time
actor.
in LA?
No, not really. I'm mainly working in Atlanta and
Okay.
Louisiana. Believe it or not, there's more being shot in Atlanta than there is in LA.
There's
Because
only
it-
one. I think I'm right in saying there's only one working studio in LA now, and that's Paramount. I think
Could
is
well
that.
be. I know that Pinewood.
We did the studio tour of Paramount. And I'm sure they said that they were the only working
Oh,
one.
right.
Pinewood Studios have opened 9 sound stages in Atlanta.
Really?
Yep, it's going crazy because they've got massive tax incentives there.
Oh, okay.
Kelly wants to ask,
Financial.
have you ever appeared in Peaky Blinders?
Oh, don't get me started.
Do you
Oh,
like it?
I have been trying to get a read for that. I'd just like to look straight into the camera and speak to the casting
Go on
director,
then.
Shaheen Baig. I love you, Shaheen. Please, can I have a read? Every Brummie who can stand up and breathe has been in that thing apart from me. I
Have
would
you
love
been
to
in
be.
anything that we would know about or over in the UK?
Do you get the series Burn Notice over here? I was in Burn Notice.
not sure.
No,
No,
The Game, Game of Silence,
Yeah.
Student's Obsession was a film that was over here, I think.
Oh, right. Oh, but
Table
I don't watch
19.
telly, I'm usually too drunk.
Table 19,
Table
I think,
19
you know.
sounds familiar, but
Yeah.
You know Table 19, I
Yeah.
think. That's
Yeah.
run recently.
I'm
And
going to look on your profile now.
get the
So-
IMDb up.
So
Yeah,
for,
the
for the
idea.
Butterfingers, obviously we've had the obvious one.
Well, yeah, obviously, yeah.
And have you given Tom Hanks a slap yet?
Yeah, because he's a
David
Villa
Lucas,
fan, isn't he? Tom Hanks.
Oh,
David
Tom,
Lucas.
yeah.
Gary Careless Hands Sprague, of course. Yeah, I remember
Yeah,
that.
that
one
was
went right
Chris's
to the-
choice.
Stockdale,
Gary
My
Sprague.
Hill, Sprague, Andy Gosney. Now there's a blast from the past.
Andy
Jimmy
There's a name
Herriot,
from
I'll
the past.
pitch in with Jimmy Herriot. Do you remember him, Nick?
Yeah.
Jimmy
Maybe
Herriot,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
You're not old enough for that, are you?
I fondly remember
You'd
my
be
dad
surprised.
Good old Jimmy. It can be a bit scary at times.
It's the makeup. It's fine. It's all right. You should be used to it.
Steve Portman says, good movie, that Table 19.
Thank you, Steve.
There
Thank you.
Right,
There you go.
I'm going to look that up.
There you go, Shane. You've just had some watch shows. He said, I'll give him a watch on my dodgy box.
I've watched
on my
Burn
dodgy
Notice,
box.
going to have a look back.
It was the episode Hard Out, season 5, number 8.
Season 5, episode 8, Shane. But I bet a lot of these are on Netflix and things like
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
if you have a look, yeah.
Well, if you go to www.richardhaylor.com,
Ah.
there's a blatant plug right
There you
there.
go.
Sorry, boys.
More than welcome.
You can see me.
Have you sent that link to Peaky Blinders by any chance?
They'll have to do one where Cillian Murphy walks into a pub and it's just us 5
Yes.
round a table drinking in
Oh,
the
that'd be
pub.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me and Gabby.
I don't
auditioned.
even want to speak
We
him. I'll
auditioned.
just sit there drinking.
Does anyone know Stephen Knight? Any of you guys know Stephen Knight?
Is that the creator?
The writer,
No, yeah.
Big blues fan.
Yeah.
Massive
Big
blues
blues
fan,
fan, yeah.
Yeah, that might be
Smashing
an
Globe
We need
too,
to
I've
get
heard.
some people talking to their people.
option. Yeah.
Right, okay. Just to let you know that thanks to Richard, next week's show's going to come from Miami.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. You're
I
more than
can't
welcome.
wait.
Oh, I'd
You are
love to
more
do
than
that.
welcome, lads. That's a serious thing. If you're ever over there, you're always welcome to come,
Yeah.
come over and stay with us.
We're going to crowdfund it.
Yeah.
Crowdfund it. That's the way to do it, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Come on, give us your money.
Give us your money.
Give us your money.
Once I've paid off the credit card for this America trip that I've just been on, then we'll start thinking about
I'm off to
Florida,
Geneva next week, so that's going to cost me.
Very
Oh,
nice.
no.
Okay, so as we've had a very topical evening tonight, and I think the worst subject to probably come out of it all was me stabbing a hedgehog with a
Yeah.
screwdriver.
Yeah.
The topical subject tonight is anything you'd find in a toolbox related to a footballer. Anything you'd find in a toolbox related to a footballer. Now, if you can come up with any of these, I would be absolutely over the moon.
Toolbox.
Adam Wilkes says he'll crowdfund it, but he's using FastPay.
So that'll never happen then.
Dennis says, count me in, I've got 3 kids and a gerbil, is that okay? Okay, anything to do with a toolbox or tools and a footballer. See if what you can come up with.
Jez McDonough says, if Richard was to do a film with the Tilton Talk Show lads,
Yes.
what would it be about? So
It wouldn't be football.
what's the plot here?
I mean, look at us 3. Look
Right.
at
Yeah.
us.
Are we
I mean,
robbing a
we-
bank?
We've hardly
I
got,
think
we've hardly
we all
got
look pretty
faces for
dodgy,
TV,
don't
have we?
What was that film recently with?
With 3 stud muffins like this.
Exactly, yeah.
It'd have to be probably something a bit risque, I would say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, look at these guys.
We've
Just
got
look at
Kevin Phillips screwdriver,
Kelly
Yeah,
Phillips.
very
one.
good. That's a good
one.
start. Yeah.
Max Power Drill.
Oh, Max Power. Yeah. Yeah.
I never thought they'd get one. I never thought they'd get one.
These lads are great.
I love them. Absolutely.
There used to be a girl who played for Blues Ladies called Anna Wilcox, and her nickname was Spanner.
Right,
So
okay.
I'll throw that one in.
Was she adjustable?
Oh, that was quick. I like that.
Half a point.
Um,
File Ranger.
Oh dear. Who we got there? Mark Nail.
Mark Nail, yeah.
Marvin
Sordell.
Oh,
Yeah.
got it. Yeah.
I'd like to think that we'd be the yeah, well, there's a film
Nail
Michael
Queen.
Caine.
Sorry, I'll just keep reading this as you
What
go.
about the League of Young Gentlemen?
Okay,
I
yeah.
can see
But
that.
no, it's young, really. I mean, well, apart from
No, it's artistic license.
shining
then.
example here.
Still under 30 years of age. Just
Stain
about.
Lazaridis. I'll accept that.
Stain?
Stain, as in varnish, stain. Yeah, it's really,
You wouldn't find varnish stain in a toolbox, would you?
I would.
Would you?
Yeah,
Only if
you
I'm going to
would,
varnish something
yeah.
specifically, and I put it in my
On that, in that day.
Thomas the Hammer Hitzelsberger. Oh dear.
Check and sort.
Check and sort. I knew it would come out.
I'm waiting for it.
Oh dear. Level Southall.
That's a good one.
I like that one. I like that one from Jez. Nice
Yeah,
one.
level
Yeah,
Southall's
okay.
good.
So, what are you appearing on next then? Apart from
Next-
the Tilton Talk Show.
Oh, well, that's
This has done wonders for your credibility.
Absolutely.
And your
No.
worldwide
Go straight to the
status.
top of the website.
we will.
Status.
Believe me, this will be publicised out in the States. I'm working with a publicist from LA. She goes, when you go on that show, make sure that you get some shots with the lads. We'll use
Oh,
it."
too right, absolutely.
Yeah, that'd be wonderful, yeah. Next, coming up, I've got 3 movies coming out. One called Faceless with...
Spaceless.
Faceless. Yeah, it's quite a thriller, horror thriller type thing with Brendan Sexton from 3 Billboards, Black Hawk Down and all that sort of thing.
Yes.
And one with Paul Rodriguez, a comedy called Chateau Veto. That'll be out later. Paul Rodriguez, the comedian from HBO.
Yeah.
I like comedy. That's
It's brilliant.
Comedy
It's
is the best thing ever.
Right.
For me, personally.
Yeah.
Especially these last few minutes on here when they're just being mad.
It's
Yeah,
great.
but what about
mind
the
of-
comedy though?
No, but the mind of a human being, how quick they can be like boom, 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 like that.
Yeah.
When you can do that, it's
Improv,
great
yeah.
ability.
Yeah.
I could have been a comedian, but I just don't have a memory.
Yeah.
I have got the sharpness, but I just don't have a memory to.
And you're not funny.
Well, no, there is that.
No, you look at guys like Mickey Flanagan when they do
Yeah.
a 2-hour show.
Yeah.
And he's bang,
I
bang,
know.
bang, 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 and it's just beautiful. It just flows. Obviously, it takes years to get to that.
Yeah.
point, but it's wonderful. It's great.
Alan Key Kirbishley.
Alan Key Kirbishley, I like that. Yeah.
No problem. Thank you for that. Brian Nailgun, David Beckhammer, Sandpaper Lazaridis, Brian Nailgun. Oh dear, from Dennis Brand. I like Sandpaper Lazaridis from Brett Stanley. That's a good
Yeah.
one. Richard Naylor.
What would you find in a toolbox? That's where you got to
Ratchet
start,
Savage.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Hammer.
Nobody's come up with one for a screw. Oh, they're Phillips screwdriver.
Phillips
Phillips
screwdriver,
screwdriver. Yeah.
Just junky mine.
Yeah. Do you know all about it?
Oh no,
Not a lot, no.
Stanley
Sorry.
Knife, Lazaridis.
Not a lot, but I'll get it.
Yes, Stanley Knife.
Stanley Knife.
Lazaridis.
Stanley Knife.
Stanley
Oh, I
Knife
like that one.
Lazaridis.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very good, Richard.
Thank you.
I'm racking my brains.
I know,
now.
yeah.
You can see my head whirring around, can't you? Can't you?
Jack's Mag Hammer.
Oh, Maghammer.
Instead of
I like that
Maghammer,
one
yeah.
instead of Magoma, yeah. Right, okay, got to mention that Tracy Hemmings has got a new charity out now for Crohn's, I
Well
believe.
done, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going
And
to try and get it up now so
we'll
you
just-
can see it.
won't be a second. Don't see any more of these. What
Ooh,
we're going
that's
to do
nice,
is
isn't it? Ooh.
great show again, lads. To be fair, lads, fair play, 100% from Jason, Level Morrison, Gary
that.
Monkey Spanner, Nick Flathead. I think that's referring to me, probably.
Ian Brush.
I like it.
That's from Paul Hipkiss. And I know Paul Hipkiss wanted to mention something he put about his frustration at people who are leaving with 5 minutes to go when it's 1-1.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
do that. Can I do that
So-
straight after this?
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
do
go
this
on,
straight
yeah,
after.
mention this.
Got to
yeah.
read this out now. Tracy Hemmings got a charity event on the 27th of October, 7 p.m. till late, in aid of Crohn's Colitis UK at the EBAHA Club, Cotterell's Lane, B83RY. It's only £5 a ticket. So that's a charity Halloween event, Saturday the 27th of October, 7 p.m. till late, in aid of Crohn's Colitis at the EBAHA Club, Cotterell's Lane, B83RY, £5 a ticket. Try and get
It's on
yourself
the
down there.
Facebook page if you
Yes,
if
it
you
is.
want to
It's
have a
on the
look
Tilton
at
Talk
it, yeah.
Facebook page. Yeah, excellent.
Good one.
Right, okay, leaving with 5 minutes to go. So that's Chase's chosen a new charity now, and we'll probably do something with her.
I think we're going to do
Talk Show.
that probably December or January.
December or
They're
January.
lining up
What we're
now, so,
trying to do now is dedicate a month of the football season to different charities and highlighting their cause. This week we've been working with Accessory Blues. I know we've
This
not
month,
this month. Sorry, we've not had a lot of time to speak about that tonight. But the great work that they do for our disabled
it's
community at
fantastic.
Birmingham City,
Yeah,
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Just get Stevie.
And they're organising Wednesday
Yeah.
nights.
Yes.
Could I? I've just said you just give me an idea. My wife she has a company that we do air travel. They do air travel for all the people that work on cruise ships all over the world.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure they've had a chat with her. She might
Get us off to
about-
Miami next week. That's very kind of you.
I'm back in the bags.
No, maybe we could offer a flight to someone to auction for the charity.
Sure.
That'd be fantastic.
Absolutely.
Maybe we could
yeah,
work
yeah.
something out like
Wonderful.
that. Just an idea. I'm pretty sure they'd go for it.
Oh, brilliant.
Keep in touch.
That's
Yeah,
fantastic.
that'd be
I'll
amazing.
let you
Yeah.
know.
That's really nice, yeah.
Well, that's grand, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Brilliant.
Right, okay. Adrian says, see your Wednesday Blues take over the walkabout. That'll be absolutely brilliant. Hacksaw Grealish. I didn't really want to mention that name.
No,
God, I just realised it's
Grease gun Grealish.
Grease good Grealish, yeah. That's better. That's a lot better. It's far
Yeah.
more appropriate, yeah.
Right.
Adam says, I'd like to listen to the last 5 minutes, but I've got to go. in reference to the people who leave 5 minutes early.
Oh, brilliant. Yes, yeah, I do get that. Right, okay. In reference to people that leave 5 minutes early, I must tell you that I was guilty of doing it a couple of 3 weeks ago.
Oh, here we go.
Oh,
We've had
No, hang on,
screwdrivers.
No, hang on,
leaving
listen,
early.
right. No, when they announced the fourth official has indicated there'll be a minimum of 3 minutes, sponsored
Yeah.
by Pucker Pies,
Yeah.
and there was a Ginster's Pie advert flashed up on the big screen.
right.
I didn't leave the football ground, but I did move towards the side a little bit more.
Okay, well, that's that. No,
That
that's
doesn't
fair
matter,
enough.
that's
Yeah,
all right.
yeah.
But I did move, so that
It's the people who. I mean, it's 1-1 in a local derby against West Brom on a Friday night, and with 10 minutes left, there's people saying, like, cheers, lads, see you next week.
Sorry, we've got a winner. I'm sorry. Franz Black and Deckenbauer.
Oh, yeah.
That's good.
Sorry, I had to
Can
interrupt.
you also
mate.
say
That's
that
great.
Kenny Kelly's been busy as well. He's been Googling Richard. Actually, he's real.
Richard Haylor actually has real Google. How cool. Yeah.
And he's on the Tilton Talk Show. What more could we want? Love it, love it, love it.
Maybe
Most
this
people
is
leave
the-
to beat the traffic, says Jez.
Yeah.
I'd rather sit in the traffic.
So you'd like
Part of my
I've paid, people have paid like 400 quid for their season ticket, and they're after. That's basically 80 minutes a game they're happy with, because then they've got to go to beat the traffic. Like, if you've got I suppose on a Friday night as well, if you've got kids, maybe, I don't know, you want to get off early, because if you're stuck in traffic, you ain't home until 11. But I just think, just see it out.
Yeah,
Go and stand at the top.
How many-
A lot of people do go and stand at the top and then run off as soon as the final whistle goes.
Yeah, how many goals are scored in the last?
Absolutely, yeah.
90 plus 3, 90
Yeah.
plus 4. It's
Yeah.
you're just
Yeah.
praying for that goal.
I know, yeah.
Please, come on, Blues.
Just get that 3 points, yeah.
Adrian says that sounds an absolutely great idea. Adrian does a lot of work with Accessory Blues, so that would be absolutely brilliant.
It would be my pleasure.
Brilliant. We'll get that off. I'll tell you what, we've done so many good things over the 8 years that we've been doing this, haven't we, Chris?
Oh, God,
So
yeah.
many.
Yeah.
Far too many to mention on tonight's show, because we've only got 30 seconds.
Yeah.
That's great.
But one of the best ones we did was a coffin. We actually sold that coffin for £301 afterwards.
Really?
We auctioned it on eBay, and a chap came up and drove up here from Worcester in a van, and we marched it out and give it a little service off,
wonderful,
didn't we?
wonderful.
It was
500 it went for.
Sorry?
500.
301, wasn't it?
No, it was 530 something.
Was it?
Wow.
Altogether, yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
There you go. My apologies.
Yeah.
Oh, so it was £301. But there you go.
I'd like to think it's in a good state still.
Well, his missus was on holiday, and he put it in the garage.
She came home to find that.
Yeah, can you imagine?
Only Birmingham City fans can do this, you see.
How much did you pay for that?
Yeah.
But that's what makes us
Hey,
a
why
great-
is
a
it in
great-
our garage?
A
Yeah.
great bunch. A
Oh,
great
yeah,
bunch.
absolutely.
Drillion talk show. talk show.
Oh, yeah, the Tilton talk show. Yeah.
Jez Hemmings, I live in North Wales and never leave until after the final whistle. Well, there you are.
Yeah.
Takes us an hour and a half. It takes us half hour to load us wheelchairs users into the van. I bet it does. That's from Steve Portman. Steve Gill, I never leave a game. Steve Portman. Who's that? Get his number off Chris now. Adrian Elson. Get his number off Chris now. All right.
Kevin Kelly says, as Richard is in the UK until the end of October,
Yes,
is that right?
that's correct.
Will he be reappearing on the show?
Oh, he's already asking for his reappearance.
I'm sorry.
So if you're doing
the favourite
will you be doing
guest
any other
we've
games
ever
apart from
had.
the Ipswich game?
No, there's the 2 away games, but I'll be going
Yeah.
to... I've got to go up to Manchester. I've got some meetings up there.
It's not a very nice part of the world.
No, obviously
nice.
nothing
Bit
better than
dark.
Birmingham.
A bit dark. Have I got electric up there yet?
I think it's reached Sheffield. I know that. We were there yesterday. They've got 3G up in Sheffield. I know that.
So I'll be streaming those 2, and then I'll be at the Ipswich game. So
Would you like to go in after the
Fantastic.
Ipswich game then?
I leave on the 1st
So,
1st of
no,
October.
of October.
So that's no.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Are you away next
I would
week?
love to, but You're in Geneva.
No, I'm okay next week. It's a week after. We might have to do a Tuesday show.
Right. Okay.
We'll talk about that.
That's
Ray
not
says,
too much.
okay, Paul Gill says leaving 5 minutes early is equivalent to missing a whole match of a season. And Ray has said people leaving. How about people returning to the seats after the second half has kicked off? Fast payers a lot.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what a crazy evening it's been. It's been a lot of fun. Richard's absolutely smashing to meet you in the flesh.
been
A
great to
real
meet you.
superstar in our midst tonight, Chris.
No.
Absolutely.
He's over there.
Truly privileged.
I'm with Mrs. Browne.
Mrs. Brown.
David, thanks ever so much for bringing the gentleman with you. Very kind of you. Very nice to meet you too. Love to see you back as well.
Thank you so much.
The level of discussion tonight has been absolutely brilliant. Loved it.
It's been great fun. Thank you very much
Well,
for
this is what we do.
inviting
This is what Mondays are for, and
Pleasure.
we're so genuinely honoured that you listen all the way from Miami.
Yeah, for sure.
It means so much to us when people message us from all over the world. We've gone from the 4 listeners and the cat to a worldwide audience. And okay, we're not embraced by Birmingham City Football Club, but I tell you what, we are embraced by those people out there that love this show, and we love them. Absolutely couldn't do it without them. What would it be if we'd got no people on there to give us a bit of banter back on this? It'd be nothing. It'd
I
be
just have to read out this comment.
knew
My
you would.
favourite comment of the night from Andrew Cash. I stopped tuning into this because of that miserable guy in the middle, not entertaining in the slightest. That's the nicest thing anybody's ever said.
But he's tuned in to say that.
But you're not in the middle because Enkelman and Richard.
that's
there's
true,
nobody in the middle
yeah.
tonight. Okay. Oh well.
He's took the trouble to tune in.
You can't please them all, can you?
can't-
You
it's
can't.
It's a true honour, Andrew. Thank you.
And that's why we call him Mr. Fun. Listen, guys, safe trips if you go in Wednesday
Or
Saturday.
Saturday.
Who we got Saturday?
Leeds.
Oh, of course, Leeds. Oh, yeah, we haven't even talked about that.
No.
Never mind. We'll have to do that on the Monday then. Can we possibly bring 6 points back by next week?
Ooh. 4 would be lovely.
Four.
I'll go for 4.
You go for 4. You'll go for 4.
Not 4.
Dave's going for 4.
Dave's going for 4.
Dave's definitely having 4.
Dave's 4.
I'll have all 6.
Oh, greedy.
Great. I don't like. I might.
No,
I don't
yeah.
mind. Don't mind. But I'll have all
I'll be
6.
happy with 4.
This has been the Tilton Talk Show with Richard Haylor, Chris Pugh, David. Thank you ever so much for coming in. My good self, and of course, Mrs. Browne. Good night. God bless. Take care. Keep right on to the end of the road, and we'll see you back here next Monday, 7:30, right through till 9. All the best.
Good night.
We love you, what more can we say? We have the cheapest tops here at St Andrews. They gotta give us what we're longing for. It's Birmingham forever, let's hear it from the stand. So come on.